let's rock and roll. Hello, everybody. We got, say hello, Spencer.
We got a game! Yay!
Hey.
Hi.
So, it doesn't look like we have anyone yet, but that's alright. We can just continue as normal. Let me turn down the BGM.
Oh my
So,
goodness. I'm a cat.
I'm not sure why. Yeah, I worked so hard on that cube and he hates it.
I don't hate it.
I know, you don't.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Be a cube. Watch me be a cube.
You can be whatever you want. You can be whatever you want at this point. That's actually really cute.
You can be whatever you want to be. I'm a cube now.
Do you want me to make you bigger, or do you want me to keep you that size? You're pretty cute.
You can keep me that size. That's good.
All right. Yeah, you can be whatever.
All right.
Why don't you like?
What game are we playing today?
We're playing Slay the Princess. Amazing.
Yay!
Okay. Yeah. So, quick rundown. I've never played this game. I don't know the first thing about it. This is a game that Spencer here has talked very highly of, but I've never really given it the time of day. I've seen it on Steam and like over the the overwhelmingly positive reviews of it, but I've never like I don't even think I've watched the trailer. So
yeah, and honestly, this is one of those games that you kind of just play. I think. I feel like this is huge Doki Doki Literature Club vibes. You just get into it, you just play it, and you just see what it's all about. Because
I had the unfortunateness of having Doki Doki Panic, or not Panic, Doki Doki Literature Club spoiled for me, so maybe this will be good. So yeah, so it's one of those things you don't want spoiled, and you just get into it, you just feel it out. So all right, let me make sure. I think it's gonna be good. The game audio actually works this time. Don't die on me, Streamlabs. Let's see, here we go. Where are you?
Audio works.
Live streaming.
Oh man. Can you clicking on my mouse, by the way?
What was that? Yeah, I can hear that.
Can you hear the clicking on my mouse, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, you can?
Yeah. It's not that word.
Okay, I'll stop clicking.
Bro. I'll stop. Oh, why is my OBS open?
Because you're streaming?
Not yet. 1 second.
OBS is open when you're streaming.
I mean, no, I'm not streaming from OBS. Actually, I was getting footage for a different video earlier. That's why.
Oh. You were playing something earlier. What was it?
I was playing BioShock Infinite. I was playing through the opening.
Yes, I did see you play that.
I was playing through the opening of that, and like, holy Hannah, the opening of that game is better than BioShock's, and that's saying something.
Like, because BioShock's kind of just freaking happens to you. You're just not playing, and then you're not.
Yeah, yeah. I'll talk more about it on my video on BioShock when that happens. But
yeah, for real.
The
facts.
Like the first 30 minutes of BioShock Infinite are actually breathtaking. OBS.
Well, that's the thing, is it like gets you. You're like, dude, this game's gas.
Yeah.
And it's ultimately like good, but not like BioShock 1.
Yeah, like it's ultimately good. It just drops the ball in so many areas. It kind of, this is like a really weird comparison. But you ever seen the movie Onward?
Yeah, I did. It was really boring.
So I kind of define that movie as a movie that does a lot of things better than a lot of better movies. Like, there's some really interesting aspects of it. Like the magic usage in that movie is a lot better than the magic battle in that movie was like a lot cooler than like Harry Potter magic battles where there's pointing sticks at each other. And like there's a whole brotherly connection. That was really good. It's just it does a lot of things better than a lot of better movies. And like BioShock Infinite does a lot of things better than BioShock, but BioShock is ultimately the better game. Where the heck? Why won't this?
You just got higher highs in BioShock.
Yeah.
And then you have the end section with the freaking, what's it called, that threw me at the wall.
Yeah, let's not spoil anything right now. Okay, so, game audio is not wanting to work, so I'm gonna do... I'm gonna do a not too good thing. And just work in the desktop. Give me 1 second.
What do you think you're doing?
What the heck?
Oh, by the way, this game is like genuinely very scary. Just so you know.
I mean,
it might not be as scary for you as it was for me when I played this game at 3 o'clock at night, but it definitely got me.
I think
I definitely stood up for a second.
I think my streaming times kind of makes it harder to be scared. Why won't this work?
Probably.
Come on, Streamlabs.
I believe in you, dude. I have no idea how to help, so I'm just not gonna stress you out.
Streamlabs just isn't detecting the game as a source of possible audio.
It isn't?
Yeah.
Can you just do monitor then?
That's what I'm going to do. It's just gonna like... Yeah, give me a second. Alright, try talking real fast.
Yeah, what's up? What do you need?
Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. Alright. So let's see, this is a horror game. It is not intended for all audiences. Well, see you guys later.
See you later. I hate those. I play Resident Evil. That's the least scary game I know.
That's the least scary game you know?
Resident Evil is not that scary. It's stressful, sure.
It's stressful,
it's
yeah.
Scary.
Like, yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about Resident Evil later. Resident Evil 5 especially, like, is not scary whatsoever. It's just gross.
Oh,
anyway.
Yeah. You made a whole video about that.
Yeah.
Right,
speaking of which, go watch that. YouTube really doesn't like people watching it for some reason.
Yeah, guys, go watch it.
Full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering images, effects, as well as parallax effect on rare occasions that has caused motion sickness in players. I've never been one of those guys, honestly.
You know what?
What?
In my old age, I've become one of those guys. It's
really?
So weird.
You don't like, you can get motion sick from video games now?
Yeah, I did. I used to be super good, and now there are times when I'm not wearing blue lights, I can sometimes get sick.
Huh. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, you have a heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Alright. Let's read. There we go. Okay. Parallax effects, flickering images.
And then they hit you with "this is a love story" at the end. Like what?
Just like what is it? Hatoful Boyfriend.
Hatoful Boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's not a horror. That's not a horror game, is it?
No, it's just a pigeon dating simulator.
Maybe it is a horror game then.
I'm just going through these.
You'll pretty much want to leave it how it is.
I don't think I can change it.
Alright,
chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a
cabin. Low-key, could you share your screen in Discord?
Yeah, give me a second.
Is a princess.
Or would that be too difficult?
I don't think it should be. I'm
watching the screen, but I'm behind.
1 second. Let's hopefully this doesn't like burn anything. Streaming it to 2 different places at once.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, it still says excellent connection.
Okay, lovely.
Okay, we should be good. Freaking, why does my voice crack so much? Alright. Where were we?
You want a path in the woods.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Decisions.
Already. Just loving the narrator's voice.
Wait, what the heck?
I've loved his voice from the beginning.
I mean, it will be the end of the world? So this is just a trolley situation.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Let's say that's the case.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm saying that we'll just say that's what's happening here.
Okay. I mean, if I were in that case, I would, like, jump off of the trolley and avoid taking responsibility for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it meant you could save, like, 4 people. Not my monkeys, not my circus.
What the freak? So I can say any of these? There's too many choices. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Don't worry. This game's not complicated and not super dense at all.
Okay, this is why I like games like BioShock that don't give you choices. Let's see.
It was all
the end of the world.
Oh.
Okay, so I can ask the narrator.
Okay, so I'll let you in on a little secret.
What?
You can do almost every explore option without progressing to the next screen.
So this is just lore building essentially.
You're pretty much just asking questions at the explore
to the narrator.
Yeah.
Kind of like Hades,
and
I guess.
He will probably not answer them most of the time. He's not super friendly.
In the world, what are you talking
I'm
about?
Talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done.
Would you kindly kill the princess?
Would you kindly?
Do you have any evidence to back this up? It's actually really funny. This game is pretty much just spitting in the face of BioShock. Have you ever considered that maybe the only reason she's going down the world is because she's locked up? Let's start with actually evidence.
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Oh. Because she's
While
locked
I
up.
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Causality doesn't matter here because the end of result is the same no matter what led up to this point. So, then what am I doing? Why does that matter?
You gotta kill her, bro.
It's no use.
If you don't kill her, she ends the world.
Over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
No. Killing princess. I'm afraid that's what I'm gonna do it. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Never assume anything.
Would you kindly slay the princess?
Yes, master. Okay, I like this one actually. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. That's probably the one I like. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. This is the correct answer. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a Monarch Viva. No, this is the correct answer. So what's the difference between Explorer options and these?
Those can move to the next screen.
Oh, okay.
does it? Are you a monarchist?
Am I a monarchist?
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
No, they're all pretty
If
bad.
anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Oh, you're not wrong. But I don't know, this is sounding like a Twitter debate.
Bro hates the monarchy.
Alright, okay, I hate commitment, so let's just do this.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Okay.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm literally the only one that
So
can do this, I
sure,
guess.
Go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Who cares?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
This is called subverting expectations.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I'm pretty sure that was me. Oh, I can't do anything. I love this game's art style.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay.
The pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You'll need it if you want to kill that. Oh.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to
Get
save
her.
the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement
Oh, I have the knife in
creaks
my
open,
hand now. That's cool.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by
Oh,
an
it's a
unseen
knife in my
light in the
hand.
room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
This is
I
like
love
one of
that
those,
line.
I feel like doing those like Norman Bates memes where he's like just like closing his eyes and listening to the music.
So true, actually.
Like listening
The
to
way
this.
the narrator just really carries the whole performance.
Yeah.
For being the realest man alive.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Stanley Parable.
You're like into it because the narrator is he's so character driven.
Yeah.
Her voice.
It's a really
is
good
up
way
the
actually
stairs.
to give you a character without making you a character.
Yeah.
Just give someone else next to you a character.
Yeah, that's how a lot of games work actually. Most games with silent protagonists do that.
Who's there?
It's not what I expect her to sound like.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi. Say nothing. Walk down.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
I'm not listening to reason, I just don't know how to talk to women.
You walk
This
down
hero
the
isn't like
stairs,
all the other heroes,
lock
except he doesn't
eyes
talk
with the
to women.
princess. There's a heavy
So he
chain around
kills
her
the
wrist,
princess for
binding
women.
her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Not necessarily. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
How about I keep the knife and we talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm gonna tighten my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Alright.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Wait, I didn't say I was gonna step forward.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Yeah, someone who is innocent doesn't really talk like that.
Yeah, I'm killer. I'm the fourth narrator in the game. I'll tell you the killer too. Ooh, what could the answer be? Should you kill her or not? Who knows?
Wait a second, I'm stretching. Too many tough choices makes me tense. I'm dropping the blade.
Got such a crick in my neck. All these choices.
Yeah. Are you sure she's not armed?
Are you sure?
As long as I stay back.
Positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
She can also strangle us.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Oh,
Stop being a wussy killer.
You stare at the princess,
squinting
fiercely.
fiercely. Jeez.
Stare at her.
Forgot to take knowledge in
She
medicine.
Squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Possibly.
You'll have to
Depends on how much I feel like it.
Just make a choice.
Alright. Never put murder above myself.
What is he gonna do?
I isolated.
But unfortunately, your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
Ooh.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
No.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Princess's heart.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
It's like
Oh,
she's
evil.
die.
Oh no.
Dude.
Who could have seen this?
I didn't see
You
that
don't have
coming.
time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
Because you're
And
dead.
you die.
Cool.
Yay!
Yay.
That was good.
Oh. We're not done.
Oh, shoot. What?
You're on a path in the
You're telling me
woods.
this wasn't a 15-minute
And at the
game?
end of that path is a
It's
cabin.
$15.
And in the basement
15
of
minutes,
your here
$15.
to slay her.
$1 per
We
minute.
don't know it'll be the end of the world. But I died. What am I doing here? Oh jeez.
But I died.
I haven't had any caffeine this morning, so I'm sleepy. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? What if I just, like, proceed and, like, ask no questions? Let's do it.
I mean, that's not what I would have done.
A
But...
warning. She will lie. She couldn't be. We know what to look out for this time.
Oh, there was
Now,
somebody
just
else.
Stay focused.
I thought it was the same as before, so I kind of skipped it, but...
The interior
You
of the
only
cabin is
skip it when the
layers of
skip option is
wood,
available at the
broken
top.
Okay.
boards, their splintered edges as
You'll know it's
uninviting
because it's
shattered
automatically set
glass.
to let you see unique
The only
dialogue.
furniture
Okay.
about is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a
It's
mirror.
It's
Or
a
at
mirror.
least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your
Oh,
hand
no.
against the cabin wall. If you know
We
how
were
to do it.
demons.
Oh no!
But there was a mirror a second ago. Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us.
Okay.
I hate this place.
Voice of the cheated. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her earn for what she's done to us.
Yeah. I got the
The
blade.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You'd probably be doing a favor.
She's not
Don't
even
even try
trying
to
to
hide
hide
her
her knife.
knife.
It's like she wants to get in our head.
Yeah.
That sounds
Forgot how
like
aggressively British the
It's probably
second
just
voice
her
was.
chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
Get in our head.
Get out of your
Our
head.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Oh, forever,
There is
really?
something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. And she doesn't even have to
We
put
both
on an
died.
act this time.
Yeah.
As you
Oh,
descend
what the
the
heck?
final step, the form of the
What's she
princess
up
comes
to?
into view, her sharp eyes
princess.
following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
What the heck?
What the
Come
heck?
on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
And you got a
Yeah,
killer.
she's very much like...
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Alright, let's
What
go.
are you waiting for? The voice acting in this game is primo. I love it.
We killed each other last time. Look, I think... Oh my gosh, I need some
What
caffeine.
happened?
I think we need to let
What happened after you died last time?
Okay, what are you going to do if I let you out? Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Or just screw it. Screw it.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back.
Yeah.
I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
Okay.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound
Where's
of
everyone
metal
else?
slicing through meat.
We're watching ZayJayPlays Slay the Princess.
No, I'm asking where everyone else
It's
is.
not ours,
Oh, I
right?
don't know.
Hers at first,
Hers at first.
then yours.
There's no one else home.
No,
Hehe.
I woke up and it was silent, which is very rare on a Saturday.
House to ourselves then. We're all busy.
What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your chest.
Anyways,
The long, thin
but-
blade she impaled you with.
Okay.
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
What the heck?
bullshit.
You're going to die now.
Oh, good.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods.
You still there?
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have
Wait,
to
what?
keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Alright.
Your what? The interior of the cabin is sharp.
What the heck?
A mess of curved and battered sheet metal towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I didn't do anything. I'm just pressing next.
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I?
Hey, look, it's the mirror.
Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
What's the
Our
color
circles get
now?
smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to
What the heck?
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
DID simulator.
Great. So obviously you've already been here.
DID simulator.
How many times? Twice.
This is
All the
our third.
voices.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes, and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Yeah.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Hi, Spring Bonbon. How's it
Impossibly
going?
high stakes.
Welcome
make
to
that
the
fight
chat,
so
Pharrell.
much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we?
Alrighty then.
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure. You take the
Okay.
blade before letting me finish telling you it's there.
We're
It would be
we're just
difficult
like
to slay the
ignoring.
princess and save the world without a weapon.
The narrator gets all bent out of shape.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you a story. Super funny.
1 second.
Mega win for real.
Alright. I was trying to do something on Streamlabs, but it wasn't working. Okay, let's see.
Sounds like a deal.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
Okay.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually.
Yeah.
Adventure now.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one.
Huh.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Yeah, the mirror's
The
in the way.
voices in my
Walk through
head.
the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door. It's just that mirror
A bloody
again.
white mirror in a
It
way.
isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
That's probably
I
right.
can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Yeah.
If it's in our
Yeah.
way, let's just break it and move on.
Okay. There's not even a choice anymore.
Make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You
Well,
really
all the
want to
voices in
see
your
the
head are
mirror.
controlling you because you've got
It
DID.
doesn't exist.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
I think I feel most like the voice of the cheated.
Yeah.
On a
I
regular
just
basis.
want to get out of here. Stupid.
I
Stupid
wiped the mirror
freaking
clean.
Reach
game.
forward and place
Get
your
me out
hand
of
on the door
here.
to the basement.
It creaks open.
And there it's
Yay.
gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Just an idiot.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Yay.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward.
By the way,
What the
I
heck?
didn't comment
Get
on
a
it,
chance
but
to
the
look
reveal
up
of her
the
like
basement
yanking a
stairs.
freaking
They are
laid out of her
smooth
leg
and
of
flat and
knots.
metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Okay.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Alrighty.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
No, you're right. You're not wrong. It's better to live and fight another day.
Matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We
Really?
just need to find a way to win once.
So this is like a Doctor Strange fight.
Dormammu.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Yeah.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin.
Yeah.
The people there mattered.
Well, the first one, she also died.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
That's actually really good advice.
Your internal bickering is
Oh.
cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Okay.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
No.
Shit.
Oh, wait, no.
She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
All these ideas. We're going to fight her again, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it.
We're going to appeal to her authority.
That's nice. We're going to appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk this out. No, there's definitely a reason we can't talk this out. We're going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to try flirting. She has swords or arms. We don't. And we don't. We're panicking. She wins by winning us, right? So let's beat her to it. All the ideas suck. Think of something better. I actually like this one.
Yes, yes. This is the best idea anyone has ever had. Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
It's not that hard.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive. Nah, I'm sick of pain. Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Just do it.
Ta-da.
I actually like this.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge.
What?
And we fight back.
No, you're not wrong.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow. Yes, yes, this is exactly it.
Yes.
But the dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a single clumsy moment. She skewers you.
Yay.
Gotcha.
And does it hurt? No.
Oh.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
What the heck?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job.
Did we?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
Not once.
This is 4.
Wait, what?
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
What?
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Alright.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Okay.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we?
Come on, show me something new.
Something new is We're going to unconditionally surrender. We're going to Pillar of Authority.
I actually don't remember what I chose at this point. Low key, I cannot remember.
Let's just like bore her. Oh.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Okay.
Then you skewer yourself.
You gotta keep going.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than
What
a
the
capable
heck?
woman.
A capable woman.
Okay, so this is just
You're
going
cute.
through all the...
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried
She's also
that.
getting more
I'm
swords.
sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last
She's
time.
also getting better. That's the thing.
Right. One last time. That's all we need. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
For the 6th
As you die.
time. Wait, we skipped chapter 3.
No.
Yeah, we did.
You're on a,
We were
don't
just
get
in
it.
chapter
We're in a
3.
Oh,
cabin.
never mind.
We'll take it from here.
We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Wait, what?
Woohoo! What if? Throw it out the window.
What if we did?
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
Yeah.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
You stick to doing
leave
them.
it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no
Here,
time.
give me like 2 seconds. I need to do something.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Sorry, I just need to take off my hoodie.
Oh,
Let's try.
I love
Star
how the
across
voice
the
was
lever.
here with us.
You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only
It's more of a slide. We
We know.
Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Yay.
are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Yeah.
I wanna be a part of
just want
this.
to win. Fine, you make your way to the
Yay.
basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again?
What?
I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's
Oh,
okay
I get
with
it.
me. It's good even. I like that.
That's subtle.
I
I had
like that.
something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to
Yeah.
wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Yay!
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Okay.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Come on,
me
man.
too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Okay.
Really?
Let's go, new thing.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Probably not.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
No.
Absolutely divine.
Give her a good old switchy switch.
Behold, the perfect woman. Do you think
Finally,
we can
the
throw
perfect woman.
her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
Is it?
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
That's very much mood.
We're
I hate it.
I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Yeah.
This
Empty your mind.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you as you approach, but as her blow finishes its blow finishes its arc. Oh, arc.
Yeah.
You're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. And endlessly building a crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition and strike her too. Both strikes, yay! Master yourself and vanquish the sharp foe. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is the good ending.
This is a good ending. Yeah.
I mean, it did say there were no bad endings.
Bye-bye.
You're not going to see each other die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Alright, what's the mirror? You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh my gosh, it's me!
It's you.
I'm getting the Steam achievements that are kind of like spoiling a split second before it's done. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here.
I didn't really spoil anything.
Well, I mean, like, just a split second before it happens. I'm at the cabin, I guess.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm just me.
Person. I'm a dude with a knife.
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
Yeah, that's probably right.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Shallow creeks.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Not wrong.
Facts. She's so right.
I mean, well, things like Fallout and such take place at the end of the world.
Dude, you're also right. How can that be?
What's the difference between the apocalypse and not.
And not the apocalypse.
Yeah, I guess. The gift of the fragile vessel.
Now, in one timeline, the apocalypse happened, and the other it
Nerves
did.
and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
That's what people tell me at funerals.
Funeral at the end of the world. That's such a gas title.
Yeah, that'd be a very interesting title. Isn't that like what about like? I think there's like a movie like I think it's like Donnie Darko. That's about the end of the world, but it never happens because of time travel crap.
Darko.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? I don't. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Yeah.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I think our freedom is just to exit the game to desktop.
It's the freest freedom you're ever gonna get. I'm the greatest good you're ever
more
gonna
pieces
get.
of video I need to find.
More than you have found,
Huh?
but less than there are to find.
Huh?
I am infinite. The
Aw.
rest will find their own way home.
Oh. Wait, I need to make myself forget?
To go back. Back to the top, baby.
So it is like the Stanley Parable, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's got choices and endings. And in that way, it's the same. Sure.
And this is a ending?
This is an ending, yes. I didn't realize how hard the game railroaded you into this ending, by the way.
Did you do a lot of different choices?
No, I did exactly the same thing you did.
What?
This is literally the very first ending I got to.
Huh. That's
It doesn't.
strange.
It's not obvious when you're playing how railroady it is, but it's truly railroady.
Maybe if I watched you play it, I think.
Because what it does is it. Well, okay, I know the. I guess I know the conditions to trigger this
As we
ending
are now,
because I've done it before.
unfinished, dry,
So
hollow.
I can see how most players, how pretty much all, if not most players, will find this ending first because of the way that human psychology works. It's actually pretty clever.
All right. That's neat.
If you don't mind me
Just
telling
that
you,
I
I'll tell you
need
what
to
I know.
remember her.
We'll talk later about that.
Sure.
You won't.
Bye bye. Chapitre 1.
You're on a path. In
By the way, how long
woods.
do you plan on streaming for?
And
I usually stream for about 2
There's a
hours, so
cabin.
1 more hour.
Okay,
And
sounds
in the
good.
basement of that cabin,
Because I'm
is a
a wee bit
princess.
hungry, but I can wait an hour.
No, I totally get you. I actually had like a muffin before I came up here because I was hungry.
you're here to slay her.
Yeah.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right. No, you can skip previously. Okay.
And tab on your keyboard. So when you see those two little arrows up at the top, do you see
Mhm.
them?
Yeah.
The fact that they're yellow right now means that if you skip, you'll just be going past dialogue you've already seen.
All right.
But if they're not yellow, I mean if they're not filled in like that, then you'll be skipping dialogue you haven't seen.
Sweet. I've always wanted to off a Monarch.
Viva la revolution.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yeah.
Do you even know where you're going?
No, but I don't think that matters now.
Away from the cabin. Duh.
The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. How I like it.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
Now you're
To
saying
wash
this?
our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice.
You
He doesn't
forgot,
know what
bro.
he's talking about.
Oh, duh, this is the voice of the hero, not...
You
I thought it was the
forgot.
narrator for a second.
Oh, yeah, for real. Okay, I'll be back in like 15.6
It looks
seconds.
like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved.
There is
after
no
all.
choice. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It's
my thing.
remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the
People
stakes
watch
of
my
the
videos.
situation. If you don't
It's
do
called a
your
waste of
job,
time.
everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Yeah. Yeah,
Your silence is deafening.
very.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Okay. Deny everything.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now,
There's
you're
never a
making
choice.
the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Yeah.
And here we go. As you
Hey,
trudge
look,
into the
another
woods,
cabin.
something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings,
What
you
the
start
heck?
to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin.
The same cabin.
Infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Copy and pasted with Photoshop.
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for
Fractal.
that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Sounds about accurate.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
I haven't seen The World End yet, though. Stranger.
Yay! You ended the world. Good job.
Did I?
On a
No, it's still
path
here.
In the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
There's a wall here.
Somebody installed walls. Yep, okay. Heading to the princess now.
Stay in the woods forever. This sounds like what I would actually do.
You just chill in the community of these woods.
Oh, that's clever! A little boring,
Boring, though.
It's extremely boring.
Yeah.
Can we really do that? Can we really?
Yeah.
You can't just do nothing.
Yeah,
You have to do something.
No, we don't.
Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever.
Yay!
Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? It's getting fuzzy.
What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore.
Disassociation.
Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Well, standing
I'm
sir
glad,
is
I'm
something.
glad the voice of the contrarian's coming in at the very last second to say something about it. Oh shoot, did we do a bad thing?
It's physical matter replaced by textured nothing. Find yourself in a long quiet once again. Memory returns. Undulations pulse ladders.
The hands.
Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Oh no. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back, not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. Not our salvation.
Oh dang.
Return to your best. Does denial.
In the woods.
You just received the you need to game ending.
I did the what?
Ending.
And in the
you need to play the game ending.
Oh.
Is a princess.
That's the yeah. It's like the close the door ending in the Stanley Parable. Alright.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The freak.
Freak, no. I'm gonna kill her.
You're here to slay the world. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Do you? Oh, it's gone now.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Alright.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
What if?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, so what's your plan?
I didn't take the blade. I didn't take the blade.
Revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Oh my gosh.
The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
That actually does sound princessly.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
You're not wrong.
I'm here to save you.
I just proceed quietly.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Choke her with the chain. Get her.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I don't actually. Sure, let's see what we can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
No, stupid. He didn't do that.
Yeah. I mean, do I really want to, like, go with, like, hey, maybe the guy who locked her in there threw away the key, or actually go upstairs and search?
Who knows?
This is like really 50-50 chance here. I'm closing my eyes.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Okay.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh no.
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey,
Your
let me out of
shouts
here.
and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Are you sure you don't make the rules here? Alright.
Are you sure?
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Is that how this works?
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, tearing through her lip with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone,
Have you gotten this ending before?
Comes from behind you.
Yeah.
The clang of bouncing metal.
I haven't 100% the game, but I've definitely played, I think, through the main
sure
parts
how it made
of
its
it.
way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could
But
use
I'm
it to
not
free her.
Sure, if that's
You
true.
won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm going to break the game.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above
just
the
terrible.
unyielding chain
Just
binding
terrible.
her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
And
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to cut through the bone of her arm.
Even she looks impressed. Like, dang.
it's miserable.
Her
It's
limbs
terrible
fall
to
to
look
the
at.
ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Because she's made of knives.
No.
Because she's made of knives.
She smiles
She can't
softly
be
as her
again.
gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Yeah.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do... Watch me.
Huh.
What are you doing?
Oh, no!
Hey, the princess.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Stop trying to resist me.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again.
Oh.
You feel every inch of burning pain that slices it.
Just her gross little cut-off hand just gets me.
Really?
It's so gross, it's nasty.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you.
That's what I thought.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Be the end of the run.
I actually haven't done any of these ones.
a terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened,
No,
then
you
maybe
don't
it's
have
best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Oh, I see.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going... Ah, so all of the cards are on the
Sorry,
table.
I'm kind of reading this
Then
faster
you should
than it's
know that
talking to
we
me.
and the princess are in love.
Yeah, I got to that
The
point
four of
too.
us will be foiling any and all
Just started reading it. I was like, yeah, I like the voice acting. It's really nice. But like at the same time, like I just gotta freaking do
sacrifice the
games.
whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Oh yeah, I can do this one again.
A warning before you go any further.
Ooh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
This is actually kind of... This guy's not too much smarter than
We've
narrator.
already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Thank you.
Don't pay their bickering any mind.
That's like something
Focus
people need to
on
hear.
the task ahead.
It's like something people need to hear.
The interior
Oh.
of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries.
Stone on the inside, wooden on the
prison
outside.
befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Pristine.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. walk up to the wall next. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You reach forward and rub your hand. There was a mirror, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
That makes it a lot easier.
The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
That's probably doing her a favor.
A soft voice
Yay.
comes up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Kill her. Kill
Her
her.
voice.
Kill her.
Somehow
Why should I?
even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells
Because she's evil.
already. I felt my
Yeah.
tongue till now, but you're
Was it the
She's made
same
out of
girl
knives,
every time?
remember?
barely even know the princess.
Is it the same girl every time?
I'll still do right by her without all this
I
over-the-top
don't know.
fawning. Yes, for
Actually,
everyone's
I do.
sake, you're
Actually, I
not
don't.
in love.
I don't know.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Manipulation.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
She can hear
Oh,
my
your spirit's
spirit.
plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Come back?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Twice. No, a couple times.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before.
Unstained.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
How do we know she ended a world?
End, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
None of these ask, like, wait, again? What happened after I died?
A pen?
What if I just... Alright.
You died, and now we're talking.
Great.
I'm
Wait.
okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
What?
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Watch us.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of
Watch
slipping her
me.
hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with, Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Slay her.
No.
There actually isn't an option to slay the princess.
If you take another step towards the princess,
You don't have an axe.
Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
I would.
I would.
Oh my goodness, it's like I've played this game before. That's crazy!
You've gotten this ending?
Strong feelings. And doesn't the world
Yeah.
end if we don't stop her?
That's what I'm saying. I think I was like, oh man, I should play it and make sure I get all the endings first. And I was like, actually, if he's only gonna play for like 2 hours, he's only gonna get a couple endings. The chances of him getting one I didn't get are pretty small.
But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
For a second, I thought her hand was moving, but it was just the play button.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Maybe.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Every Disney princess ever.
The power of love on our side.
What do you want to do?
Let me guess.
Believe.
End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible.
No,
it's the only thing you've ever doubted, the actual truth.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I want to end the world.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. So true.
I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
What the heck? That music.
What
she can't just want to make us happy.
That music, like...
It makes sense to me.
That was a
That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
What do you mean the music? This is normal music. Bro, don't even worry about it.
Are you sure? It doesn't sound distorted to you?
No, this is just how it's supposed to be. What do you mean?
What would make you happy? That's probably whatever would make me happy. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I want you to make me unhappy.
I want to be unhappy.
Alright. Let's just rock.
Sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand,
Alright,
the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other.
Yay!
We don't need the world for our happy. I like to think that you do, actually.
Yeah.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? It's... Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Dang it.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to...
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this truly love nonsense. You just met her.
Yeah.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
This sounds like something I would write.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
Are you kidding me?
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade.
That's right, there's still a chance to do it right before you...
You see the knife.
The right thing, take the blade from the table. Nah.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Yeah.
That's the way out.
Yay.
We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you
A
free.
happy ending at last.
Yay.
We did it. What should we do now?
Yay.
Where did everything go?
We did it.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Is it gonna disappear?
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
We have feathers?
Yeah, you do. All the hands!
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Where did she go?
Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay, just
It
trust me.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
In green.
It's not the end. Whatever is on the other side is going to be nice.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
Goodbye!
Voice was... Wait, what? I feel like we've done this before, though.
You have.
Oh, we've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Alright, then.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, But every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Let's see. So what do you think so far? Let's get some theories up in here.
So
what do you think is happening?
What I think is happening? I think
yeah.
There's something going on between this entity at the end of the world that has the ability to start and stop timelines and the narrator.
Okay. Sure.
I'm not even sure why I'm bothering. I'm guessing I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. What if I did this?
You can click all kinds of options. You can not do what you're doing. That's fine. You can also do what you're doing.
What I'm doing is just going for a bunch of different endings.
Well, then just keep going at it then.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
There's nowhere to be but here.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Ooh, what could it mean?
Here, one thing.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to we will meet again.
Bring the damsel to her.
In the woods. You're here.
Here, I have an idea. Wait. No, it's not there. Alright, never mind.
Oh, what did you think?
I was looking for the turn around and go away option.
The go away option.
Yeah, because I remember we didn't actually do anything about those walls that were appearing.
No, you did.
I just
when you chose the stay lost in the woods forever, you pretty much did the ending that
okay. I didn't know if those walls had something to do with anything.
No, the walls are just there so you couldn't leave. But ultimately you're just stuck there.
Let's like enthusiastically go about this.
Short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore.
Let's enthusiastically kill the princess.
Yeah. The interior of the
with vim and vigor.
You take the blade. Door to the basement.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Too enthusiastic.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? You're talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
We do have feathers, right? Yeah.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it?
Yay.
She stopped breathing moments ago.
She's dead.
That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Should be.
You did it. You got her. Congrats.
Yes, exactly.
I'm guessing I can't do those ones because I don't have the certain voice.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
In the words of
it was for the greater good.
Gustavo Fring,
One
if
of
it
these
was for the
days
greater
that will sink
good,
in and help
then it's
ease
not a bad
your
choice.
guilty conscience. But that day isn't today.
Sure.
Let's just get out of here.
Just get out of here.
Come on, let's rock and roll.
You open the cabin door,
Kill
ready
her.
to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
He's in denial.
You'll be happy. This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Stay here forever.
Didn't you hear the narrator? The narrator says, "I'm happy, so I'm happy."
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
We go out the window.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right.
No.
It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. What a relief.
What do you think?
I suppose we've got all the time in the
Wait, did I
world
click
for
the
you to
wrong one?
change your
Shoot.
mind. More happy time pass. Please shake yourself. The little voices please. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of
That wasn't what I was supposed to do. Crap.
Yay!
Committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What?
You've committed to completing her. You can't go further astray.
Oh, that was the entity. Okay.
You can't just sit around.
Good, because I have an idea
So,
to get us out of here.
That was an
You're probably
ending.
not going to like it.
Yeah, for about six milliseconds, you got an ending.
Well, like, that would have been an ending had we not gone to the entity in the first ending.
Well, technically, you haven't even. You have like you.
I can hear
Okay, I
every
guess you've
drop you
reached
hear,
quote
do you
unquote endings, but you haven't even seen the credits yet. So you haven't even gotten to the point where credits come into play.
Yeah.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the... Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
How'd that work?
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay her.
I can turn around and leave again.
You could.
You have already
But you're
committed
also
to You cannot go further astray.
Don't you hate it when games do that?
Tell you to stay on track.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
She won't be a problem.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind with the blade is your implement.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
You didn't say anything. And you keep on approaching the mirror.
Next to the basement.
What are you talking about?
Keep on approaching the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand again.
But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over
Alright, I'll take the blade.
You take...
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Yes.
It's just like I told you.
Before you have a chance to finish your thought,
What the
top
heck?
of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by
It's drawn like a
mischievous
skeleton in
skeletal
like
grin.
a child's drawing.
Yeah,
Coco.
believe me, it stays that way. It definitely doesn't get any scarier than that.
Finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head.
This is gonna be like some Indiana Jones crap.
This isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Oh,
Scooby-Doo.
how absolutely terrifying.
Do you see Velma's getting a season 2?
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Yeah, wasn't it getting a season 2 like an entire 2 years ago?
Yeah, but like...
Yeah, I don't think it's getting one.
Well, it's coming out next week. Or this week.
Oh. Never mind.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again.
She's still
I have
chained.
some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
We could.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your...
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me. Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. You're dead. Okay.
If I knew I'd have to talk to you, I would not have come back.
Okay, team, I'm out of ideas, thoughts. Slay the princess harder.
Slay the princess harder! Do it more! Do it with more energy.
I can't breathe. Holy cow, that's actually one of the hardest. That's what I got. I'm actually really. That's actually hilarious. Alright, I'm out of ideas.
She might be making it hard for us to kill her body, but those bones look very, very real. Maybe breaking them breaks her.
Or we get a vacuum cleaner.
Or maybe burying them would put her to rest.
Or
don't take any piece of her outside of this cabin. Maybe you should stop looking for loopholes and try harder to actually but we are trying.
Slay the princess harder.
We're trying! Slay her harder! Slay her harder!
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears. Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones.
Where were you?
I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together.
Really?
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, she's a ghost.
Something should have happened, and yes,
she's a ghost. She can't do it.
Did you
miss?
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize a horrific splintering,
the
the squelching of organs, the
no!
rending of tissue, an icy numbing.
She crunch mud your heart.
That's what I figured.
I'm asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed, starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor. You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. The gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound.
Yay.
It's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
This is like a...
I'm afraid you'll never know.
Right.
As she crushes your precious organ in her hand.
No!
Everything goes dark.
She literally pulled a temple of the temple of the crystal skull on us.
Oh no, that's Temple of Doom. Is what you're
Temple of Doom. She pulled the Temple of Doom on us.
The Wraith.
The Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood.
Ooh, spooky.
Here we go again. Off to slay her.
You know, I haven't seen any flashing lights yet.
The deck's stacked, isn't it?
Yeah, don't worry. There's some really, really good endings in here that you just haven't stumbled into.
How many endings are there?
I don't know. As far as I'm aware, there's at least 6.
And we've done 4?
You're on your 3rd.
Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this.
Because we spared the princess, we ran away.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking 6 as in terms of like feeding the princesses to the entity. There's more than 6 endings total.
Oh, okay.
I know that for sure.
And what if there isn't? Aren't you?
I know.
This
6
is the
different ways to
3rd.
feed the entity.
So this would be the 3rd.
From the start.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many ways there are to feed it, but I know there's at least 6.
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it
so
was
there
just
is a
some
final
kind of-
ending.
Yeah, you're actually on a parallel path to one I did on my run. So it looks similar, but it's not exactly the same.
The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's. Wouldn't that get? I don't know. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any. Well, we didn't have to. We killed ourselves.
No, we didn't.
And why, pray? Because
Yeah, you did.
decided
First round.
to foist an infinite tedium. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void. Well, of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring. It was. So you killed yourself? Yes. Even though. Okay, let's try to get back. Whatever you. All this.
I think the problem playing this game on stream is that when I play it, I played it for like 10 continuous hours where all I did was listening to every dialogue choice and read everything.
Yeah, it's definitely a game that you can go at by your own pace.
As a stream game, you kind of have to be like moving a little bit.
I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations...
Sorry, it was 4 hours. I played this game for nearly 4 hours straight.
Wow. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
This is definitely a game that you'd like to see a streamer.
I've got to definitely go back and play more endings, though, considering I haven't seen this specific variation.
That's strange.
There's no desk.
There's no table.
Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will. If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement. No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us, right? Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Would the game have let us done that, though?
Probably not.
You have already committed to my completion?
You kind of have a theme. Whenever you start one of these, there's kind of a theme you stick with when you do it. Does that make sense?
Over and over.
If you choose to kill her right when you see her, then the theme is you kind of just keep doing that for the rest of the story.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with games like these, where like the choice that decides your ending happens like really early on.
Yeah.
Like the Stanley Parable.
I'll let you in on another pet peeve of mine is that almost all the dialogue does nothing.
Yeah.
You can talk as much as you want, but unless it is one of the options that leads into the next section, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Even like Stanley Parable also did that.
Completely helpless, just like you left me.
Can I just say though, having decisions that change your ending all the way up until the end is one of the hardest things to write.
Yeah, that's why people love Baldur's Gate so much. And like, you can also have it the completely opposite way, where, like Mass Effect 2, the ending you get there kind of depends on a 50-50 choice you make at the very last minute.
Yeah, well, that's just it. Is that having choices all the way through that genuinely affect your path is such a hard writing trope. That's why the Choose Your Own Adventure books are like the only ones that do it.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas. I think my vote's the only one that counts.
I killed you, you killed me, water under the bridge, right? That's fine, I'm actually doing it for you.
Great! See you in a jiffy.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Just sit down now. Sit down. Sit down.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically
Yeah,
touching yours,
sit down.
her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
It's like Gravity Falls.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head?
I mean, he
Across
did.
You, along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock.
He did lock the door.
I thought you
Yeah, he does have control over this as much as he does. And he does.
This. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
But we already killed her.
And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane.
You're not allowed to bite the wire.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
This is a very, very similar ending to the one that I did. It'll probably get you the same thing, actually.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall.
So what's like a bird demon?
Support. I'd beg
You are a
resist,
feather
but
thing
you've
of some
already surrendered
variety.
your will to her.
Almost like Howl.
Howl?
From Howl's Moving Castle.
It's a new experience. You should try being possessed sometime. There's nothing else like it.
There's nothing wrong with fixing your mistakes. I'll remember that. But I'll also never forget what you've done.
Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world. But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag the body till there's a piece of meat and feathers. I will be free.
Please, just let
That's
her
actually kind of interesting how, like, we're clearly not human. And really nobody cares.
Pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
He has the power to change things. Yay! The door's right there.
Isn't it?
I don't even need to do anything.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
Oh.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for it.
Yeah, this is different than what I got for sure.
This is it then. The big moment.
The big
moment.
moment.
It's a way out.
The candle flickers as we push forward. The air is different here.
Alright, time to go, buddy. You viewed your last haul.
I actually really like that design of the corpse. Kind of looks like
It's
corpse bride.
really scary. Now imagine that at 4 a.m. Now you're cooking.
Yeah. I don't get scared
No.
insanely easily.
How interesting. We actually
Which is weird, because when I was a kid, I was like a jumpy kid.
What is happening to me?
Like when I was 12, I probably thought Security Breach would be scary. But you don't answer her before she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Oh, and there's that.
Approach the mirror. Have we grown?
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Fine.
Different.
It's going
It's
to
gonna be.
do something to us. I can feel it. Ignore the cowards.
Ignore the cowards.
You've withered.
You've withered.
Okay.
You've become the Wither from Minecraft.
Oh no, I have.
Alright.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. All of them is changing.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My
Not
joy
wrong.
is in seeing what you choose. There
Yeah.
are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Alrighty.
Including the evil corpse version.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Cool.
Alright, it's 12
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to.
I think we have done a good amount of work here.
Yeah.
I'm super interested because that one you just barely got gives you the same type of princess that I got, but I did it totally differently.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me think that there's I would say roughly, I don't know, I would say maybe 5 princesses that you can collect. I don't know.
Okay. So it's completely different, but not completely different? How is that?
So the way so that you get so the title before that was the Wraith. And so what you collected was the Wraith Princess. The princess who didn't have a body and needed yours to leave.
Okay.
But the way that you got to that point was different than how I got to that point, but we
Alright.
ultimately still both had the Wraith Princess when we did it.
Okay. Maybe there's like a guide or something on like a flow chart.
I'm sure there's a step-by-step guide. This game has been out for a fat minute.
Yeah.
It was only recently that I had seen someone play the demo, and at that point I was like, crap, I gotta play this game for myself.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, overall, I think it's pretty similar to like. Ooh. You saw that, right?
Yeah, no, I haven't sat on the title screen long enough to see that, but I just did. I guess the real question is if it's your cup of tea or not, and that'll make it how much you enjoy it. Because this kind of thing I love.
This I really, really enjoy, and like I want to experience it blind, but like whenever I do, like I don't know. To me, this feels like the Stanley Parable, and I really, really like the Stanley Parable. It's just kind of exhausting, just because it's formatted like a visual novel.
Yeah,
Like-
this is very tiring to play because
Yeah.
you either listen to all the dialogue and it takes longer, or you're just speed reading over the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it's voice acted for sure.
Yeah,
Because if I'm
yeah.
in the mood to just sit there and listen, I can listen. But
Yeah, it's
at
not
the same
like,
time, it's like I need to do game.
Like I think I would love the Ace Attorney games if they're just like they are so just long. Like I rented.
Ace Attorney is also one of the most obtuse series I've ever played in my life. The amount of times I've had to open a guide just to click on one tiny thing after one tiny thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, and like literally the tutorial case in like the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, that literally took me an hour, and I'm like, this is exhausting.
Yeah, they're long games, but they were all on your DS too. That's the other thing.
Well, yeah.
Is that they were allowed to be that long because you weren't going to just...
Yeah, you could like do them on a car trip or just like put them in the sleep mode whenever you wanted.
Or you could just close your DS for 12 seconds and do something else.
Yeah. Or, and like kind of work it like an actual novel rather than a game you sit down and play.
This is a very, very strong time commitment. You have to sit here.
Yeah, whereas like the Stanley Parable kind of has like a bit more of a streamlined experience. It's more... It's more you play and things come to you in the background and you absorb them at your own pace, whereas this is much more of a make sure you're pressing the right options and such.
Yeah.
So
and the fact that going back and pressing a different option would require you to follow your own path down.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think this game would really benefit from a tree.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was thinking that, like, I was looking at all of these, wondering, like, if there was... Yeah, I was looking at, like,
You do have, like, what, 9 times 6? You have, like, 20 million,
save slots?
Saves. But, like, you aren't... If you aren't actively saving constantly, and you don't have a good mental memory of where each save is... Then you're not. Then it doesn't replace having a decisions tree.
What's the game that has a tree? Detroit Become Human. If it had a tree like Detroit. If it had a tree like Detroit, that'd be so much better.
Yeah, it would be so nice. Well, and you know what else would be nice is I played this game called Bad End Theater.
Yeah.
I would love to play it with you sometime. Actually,
okay.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
and it's really short.
I'll look into it. Maybe we can do it next week. I don't have any plans yet.
No, straight up, what I would do is I would just play it on my end, and I would just have you make the choices.
Okay.
So anyway, but Bad End Theater has a really nice tree that you can work with to know where you are and what you're doing. Okay. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing I think about when I think about this kind of game. Because the actual important decisions... Do you want me to tell you about how I knew that how I knew that the first one would be the first one?
How?
So when you start the game, you're initially given 3 choices, and that's to spare her, to kill her, or to hesitate to kill her.
Oh, okay.
Most players will hesitate to kill her.
Because they don't know much about her.
Because they don't know yet. To get either of the 2 endings, you have to choose to completely not kill her or to completely kill her.
Okay.
So when you said you were going to go harder, I was like, oh, I get it now. Because philosophically, most players are going to be like, well, I might as well talk to her for a second. But the moment you do that, you're locked into the hesitating of killing her.
Mm-hmm.
And that leads you to the very first ending that you got.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if 97% of players didn't automatically kill her.
Do you, are you able to go to the same ending twice?
I would assume no.
Because there's always like, it blocks you out of the, doing nothing ending.
So it blocks you out of stuff that doesn't get you a princess, but it also, if you talk to the entity for long enough, it will tell you that it takes away options that don't lead to unique scenarios.
Okay.
So if you go back to the start and you try just slaying the princess like you did this time with no differences, you would be blocked out from it.
That's actually
because
something
it's not
that's
going to
like
let you retread.
Crazy nice. Is because in games
it's so nice.
Yeah, no, like in like Telltale games, I swear most of the replay value of Telltale games is doing different dialogue options and then finding out they do nothing.
Yeah, well, there's no replay value in the Telltale game, but that's not the point. The point is that this game is nice enough to block you out from options you've already done before.
Yeah.
So you could possibly get this Wraith again, because I know there's a different way to do it, but I don't know if the game would allow you to even pick the options in the first place.
Yeah. For all I know, I've gotten everything that needs to happen with a Wraith.
Yeah.
But.
So that's, I mean, it's all, I think it's super interesting, but yeah, that's
yeah.
That's all my thoughts so far.
Maybe I'll come back to this sometime.
But it's my cup of tea. So I don't know if other people would be like super into this.
I think if it was formatted differently, I think I'd be a little bit more into it. I love the art style. I love how it's drawn. I love the writing. I love the voice acting.
There's a lot to like. That's the thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot to like. It's just that if you aren't a visual novel connoisseur, you are not going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think I need like a baby's first visual novel, which I think the only visual novel I've actually like really enjoyed was the Nonary games. It was the one where you had to escape the cruise ship with like all the puzzles.
I don't know that one.
It was on Game Pass for a while. It was on the DS too. It
was
like
I'm not a huge visual novelist player, except I've played a bunch of visual novel adjacent games, so it was really easy to get.
So like Persona and.
Yeah, like on my visual novel like thing that I have like sitting here, I've obviously got like Ace Attorney, but then I've got Doki Doki Literature Club, like a sort of a, visual novel. I've got that in a theater.
I highly recommend the Nonary games.
I've even got the Lovers of Ether game in here, which is also adjacent, much shorter, right?
Yeah,
that kind of thing that lets you get the idea of it, but it's really digestible and simple. Even Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog was like is super simple visual novel.
I guess like the really There's also Henry Stickmin collection. That's technically a visual novel.
Yeah, that's like, but those are all like
baby's
so adjacent and so simple.
It's like baby's first visual novel.
This,
really,
you're good.
Yeah. If you wanted like someone who's like really into visual novels, or like not someone who's really into visual novels, how would you recommend a first visual novel?
I'm talking with Zane right now. One sec.
You good?
Yeah, sorry, my mom's just trying to boof the recording. But yeah, no, I totally agree with what you were saying before I had to yell at my mom.
What's a good first visual novel you'd say?
Like I said, I played through stuff like Ace Attorney, which is a visual novel, but it has more elements to it than that.
Yeah. Did you play Professor Layton? Is that technically one?
That was one. I think that was actually the very first visual novel I could say.
I did
because I had played it all the way back on the DS.
I played Miracle Mask.
Miracle Mask. I think I own that one too. But I had played Curious Village, and you pretty much just talk to people and then solve the puzzle. Like that was the whole crux of it.
Yeah,
so
it was much more a puzzle game than a visual novel. But
you're talking to people didn't take up as much time as a game like this would. I think that's the main difference, is that there's no gameplay here.
Yeah. You're right. It's purely a narrative experience.
You're just reading it.
This is a game that like
visual novel needs.
Is definitely a streaming game.
So if you enjoy reading like big walls of text and listening to the voices tell you about it, like this is your game. But if you're not a huge gigantic reader, I think that's the same for every genre. Like as good as an RTS can be, like in every way, I'm just not an RTS guy.
Yeah.
You just won't catch me playing one.
Yeah, with the exception of Pikmin, I'm definitely in that boat.
So if you're not a visual novel fan, this game isn't gonna suddenly change your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think what was I thinking? I can't think right now. Yeah, I think I'm just more of a I like how like BioShock and Metal Gear Solid even does it. In Metal Gear Solid 5, where like I'd rather just listen to voice recordings explaining to me what's going on as I'm getting to my next objective.
True. That's exactly how I like it.
Yeah.
The fact that you can pick up, I mean, all three games do it right. You can just pick up something else and it will just start playing for you while you're walking to your next objective. Huge.
And Metal Gear Solid 5 does that too.
Yeah. Big ups for that.
Yeah,
gameplay, but then there's gameplay on this side. There's no gameplay here.
Yeah, so it's definitely a streamer game. Like, if I had a bigger audience, like asking people what to do, that's definitely like.
Hey guys, do you want to slay the princess?
Yeah, essentially. This would be cool to see like Fiznon play or something.
Yeah. So overall, I think it's a lit game.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back to this. Psychological horror / like unreliable narrator / it's like really hits all the tropes that I like, and it does them well too. Yeah. That's the other thing.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about this. There's not too much to love, I'd say. Maybe I'll come back to this. If this was something I could like do on my phone, that would be amazing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about visual novels is that I always feel like a visual novel could just be like not.
Yeah.
Not on my computer, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard. It's kind of hard to sit down and just read visual novels for like.
To read a book on my computer when I could just read a book.
Yeah, yeah. This definitely feels like this was born from a series that started on the Game Boy Advance, basically.
GBA.
But anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's just a general gripe with visual novels, but otherwise I think this game is very good. I recommend it.
Yeah.
Like I said to you, I recommend it. Anyone who wants to play it should play it.
Yeah. I think as far as visual novels go, like this checks all the boxes.
All right then. Well, it was good playing with you.
Yeah.
But I have to start my day now.
Yeah, I probably should too. Anyway, thanks to anyone who's watching, and we'll see y'all later.
Bye.